Welcome back to continue our discussion looking at dreams. Joining me again is Dr. Ivy Norris, Vice President of the School of Metaphysics. Tongue twister for me at the end.
I understand.
Let's jump in. On our first segment, we talked about the School of Metaphysics,
Right.
what it is, what it helps to do, the different cycles that you offer, and what they're about, and the fact that persons can end up with a doctorate in divinity.
Doctorate in metaphysics.
And also a doctorate in metaphysics.
Right.
Okay, so this segment, let's get a little more into the dreams. We're talking about dreams being a place where we work out things and that we all dream if we sleep the way we're supposed to in
Right.
terms of amount of time, even though we may not remember it. Now, talk to me a little bit about classifications of dreams. Are there systems where we can classify dreams in terms of things that may be affecting our health? Then we may dream, if we're having health issues, we'll dream certain kinds of things kind of related. I'm thinking about, do you dream about eating carrots or exactly what?
Right.
I mean, are there categories of dreams?
Yes, there is. There are certainly different kinds of dreams, everything from regular informational type dreams to precognitive dreams to nightmares, which is very common. And there's also a universal language of mind, which is the term that we've used to identify the language of pictures that dreams are communicated in. And so certain symbols have a definition, a certain meaning to them. For instance, with health, a common symbol that would show up in a dream would be a dream with your car in it.
Your car?
Your car, because it's a language of function. It's a very natural language. It almost rolls off of our tongue sometimes. Like sometimes you hear people say, "Oh, that's food for thought," or "That project is her baby," or "He's seeing the light," and it's a symbolic language. So food represents knowledge, babies in a dream represent new ideas, and light represents awareness, because when things are more lit up, we're more aware of what's there. With a car represents our physical body, because it is how we in the physical world move around. And for us as souls, we have a form, a physical body to go around life and to experience and to learn.
Okay.
And so sometimes people will have dreams where maybe they can't get the brakes to work on the car and they're just going and going and going. And that is relaying the fact that that's how they're moving about their life. They just keep going and going and going. They don't slow down. They don't even know how to stop necessarily. And so with a dream like that, we teach people how to slow down their minds, how to breathe, how to do different things like that, so they can go about their life with more peace and very much more relaxed physical body.
Now let me ask this question, then I want to get back to some other things about the car. Does it matter, because some people may say, does it matter what color the car is? Like if I'm dreaming more in red or a pink car or a blue car, or if I'm dreaming just in black and white in relation to that, do those things matter?
They do. They represent different states of awareness. A black and white dream will indicate the level of mind that the person is dreaming in, which black and white would have to do with the emotional level of mind. So it may be a way that that person was giving their attention to the emotions that day. The more vibrant colors are a little bit deeper into mind. If there's a red color in the dream, it has to do with more of high energy, maybe, again, emotional energy, maybe anger, just depending on what the rest of the dream talks about. And then the lighter colors have to do with, each color really has a specific vibration to them. So the pastels are more of a higher vibration. White has to do with purity and truth in the thinking.
Okay, now you talked about levels of mind, and we are going to get more back to the car, but people may wonder, okay, these levels of mind that you're talking about, how many levels do I have? Because you talked about the emotional level and the deep. I mean, what are these levels all about?
That's a very good question, because one of the values to interpreting dreams is they help people to realize that they're a multi-dimensional being, and that to truly heal, we need to address ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And there are 7 levels to consciousness, how we teach in the School of Metaphysics. Within subconscious mind, there are 4 levels, and each one indicating a different level of depth to thinking. And the closer we get to our true nature or inner source or that spark of divinity within us, the deeper the level of mind that we are functioning in.
Now, would that be sort of like say, persons that have repressed certain kinds of experiences? They've been too painful to recall them. Would they have dreams that are at that really first subconscious level? I mean, is that where it's just very deeply repressed, what we're considering these levels of mind, and it may take more to get that out?
It may take more to get it out. What I would call the subconscious mind, the levels within subconscious mind, that's more where we store our understandings.
Okay.
our talents, our skills. When people are really in touch with themselves, it's pretty natural for them to fulfill their potential. If people have some areas where they've been unconscious about traumas or things like that, it's more the unconscious level. So they would have a dream, possibly of the basement, where they may go down to the basement and turn on the light when they're starting to become aware of more of what's been unconscious for a period of time.
Okay, so we have that subconscious, then the unconscious, then the conscious. I mean, is
It
that
really-
part of? Because people may be
Yeah.
wondering. We talked
Right.
about the 4 in the subconscious,
Right.
and then the other 3, we suppose, in the conscious. But then you just threw in an unconscious for me.
I know,
I mean,
yeah.
so where does that relate to these consciousness levels?
I wish I had a picture here with me, because a picture is worth 1,000 words, and this is something that we teach very specifically and very scientifically in the course of study, so people know in case they don't quite get it. There are 7 levels of mind. There's a conscious mind, the physical level, the one that we're most used to dealing with. That would be the 7th level. Then the 6th level would be the emotional level.
Okay.
Then there's a 5th and the 4th and the 3rd within the subconscious mind. And then we have a superconscious mind, where the 2nd and the 1st level is. The superconscious mind is the part of us that's closest to our spark of divinity. It's the part of us that holds our mission for being here in life, our potential.
Okay, and many of us sometimes don't know what that is. So do dreams help us tap into that potentially?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Okay, so with this car, if we're not realizing that we're so hurried, and I mean, because we just can't figure out what's wrong sometimes with everybody else, never with us.
Right.
You can help us see where this plays out and which level of mind, as you're talking about, and what maybe changes we might want to consider making to get whatever it is we're trying to get.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay, and that can help us focus on our reason for being. I mean, because sometimes people say if you can ever tap into your reason for being, you would really have a path that you could set and pretty much stay on that path, because now you're very clear.
Right. It simplifies life when we know why we're here and know our purpose. And generally speaking, our purpose for all of us is to learn and to grow, and I think to give. And what we do in the society so often is we get externalized so easily, and we get so focused on, maybe how we look, or, having the right education or the right car and all these things, and it's infinite how we can get distracted. However, when we're connected into our subconscious inner urge, it simplifies things, and that's one of the things that dreams can provide for us. And so we can make choices that are more in alignment with becoming our ideal self.
And I can see where, as you're mentioning, sometimes parents taking these kinds of classes with you can also be assistive with their young children, because, and when we come back from a break, I do want to talk about nightmares, because like you said, they are very common, especially among children, but can then sort of help the child understand that and work through it in a positive way that keeps them going on the path that they should be on.
Right.
Okay, I'm on tune here, Doctor.
Good. Yes.
Let's take a really quick break and come back and talk about some more specific dreams.
Okay.
Please stay with us. We'll be right back.